So internet searches for the terms housing crash has gone up 2,400% in the past month. I do have some buyers that have the same concern. Would you mind walking us through your perspective on that?
Absolutely, Haley. So first and foremost, before we get started, it's important to point out that real estate is a long-term investment. So no matter what you are buying or offering over list price, your purchase over a long period of time is meant to appreciate. You pay down your mortgage, you increase the equity in your home, and at the end of the day, when you move on, move up, move out, invest in other properties, that you have this equity that is growing all along the way. So it's important to point that out and really focus on the matter, which is it's a growing place for your money, and it will continue to grow over the course of time, just by the sheer advent of paying down your mortgage. So with that, it's really important to, I guess, focus on the positive here and to kind of walk through where we're at and why we're here. And in general, there are more millennials coming into the marketplace buying homes. And in this case, there's a range of almost 47% of our buyers are between 33 and 51 years old. So there's a huge number of people coming into the marketplace, and quite frankly, not enough homes to meet the demand. That demand is what's creating this seller's market as we know it, and thereby creating a shortage for buyers and, well, multiple offers on many of the homes you're seeing. The pandemic has also added to this kind of mixture of fun as you're having out there in the field, Haley. And that's because we're seeing about 20% of folks that have lived in big cities migrate out to small towns like, well, say Woodstock, Illinois. And these buyers are finding that they need more room. They need extra space at home for a home office or a Zoom room. And they also don't have to go to the office every day. So they're able to use our Metro train and commute to the city once in a while when they have to go, and enjoy, some of that green space and birds chirping, trees in the backyard, things that they didn't have in the city. And then finally, there's actually a lack of new homes being built to meet that demand. And we've known that's been going on for quite some time. And the small builders have really kind of cut back or stopped altogether after the Great Recession. So these are factors that are greatly impacting the availability of homes for our buyers today.
So how does that compare with the 2005-2006 market bubble?
Well, in general, in 2005, what we were seeing is that there were too many homes being built, actually. And so that factored with some of our buyers were over leveraging themselves. And so by that, I mean, they were taking some equity out of their increasing value out of their home. They were taking it out and they were using those funds for things like boats and cars and second homes and things that were pulling that equity out that would have normally been a cushion or a factor if there had been any market correction. Second to that, we also had much fewer restrictions on actually getting loans. And so our buyers were asked to prove very little income, very few assets, and they were able to get mortgages based on what they said they earned or were expecting to earn. The problem was that many of those adjustable rate mortgages, the equity that was disappearing in the homes, again, when there was a market correction, there was nothing to back those items up. And so that's when the short sale industry started to take off, unfortunately. We're not in that position at all. Our buyers are very well qualified to buy homes. The standards are different, the guidelines are different. And when you are pre-approved to buy a home, it's because you can afford it. And the pandemic, again, has added to the cash that many of our buyers have. We have some very wealthy buyers that are adding homes to their inventory, and they're buying second and third homes for their families to enjoy as vacation spots or investment properties. So that's causing another crunch to the current market. But when most of our buyers have not been doing the entertainment or the dining out that they have done, so they've saved up their cash, they're in a very good position to put money down on a home, and of course to take advantage of low interest rates that will help them keep their home affordable long term.
So what do you have? I'm sorry, what would be the best advice you could give my buyers right now?
Well, I think that's easy. And our best buyers are educated buyers. They are also very nimble, and they are now more than ever working with trusted real estate professionals. And at Team Open Doors, I think that our process, our consultation, our communication, those are three factors that are huge. And I'll commend you, Hayley. I think that there's a whole nother video in this wrapped up in that last tidbit there that we should elaborate on, how we educate our buyers through the team.
Well, I am on board for another video. Thank you for coming on and answering these questions. They're really important. My buyers and your sellers are very lucky. So I would love to do another video. So let me know a time and a place. And as always, let's love where we live.
Love where you live.